What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It's another late night Paixão update. Should have done it earlier, but I thought I was anticipating we'd announce something today. And as if you look from the post, you could probably see why. But I'm here to talk about Igor Paixão and some of your comments as well in regards to the whole, shall we say, saga in around the transfer. Interested to get your thoughts on where we are today. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on now. Yeah, I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I thought let's go late night for the people that are around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. J Racer, late evening, late night, KG. Of course, man, I do that. Phil here saying this. This is funny. This is killing me. Can we get this signed, sealed, and delivered? I can wait on a strike for the next 2 weeks. Just get this one done and dusted, please. Phil, you say that we could get this done tomorrow, and then you want the striker in by Wednesday. We know how it goes, people. We are very hungry and greedy as football fans. Scargill saying just got done watching yesterday's live. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I'm doing very well, man. I'm doing very well. And listen, this is what I mean. The lives can come any time of the day, morning, noon, night, it doesn't matter. Just click your notification bells and you'll know when I'm going live. So, and you can join in the conversation. So it's always good. It's always good. Yeah, I'm here again, man. I'm here again. Michelle, man, I haven't seen you around in a while. It's always funny seeing people that have just gone missing off the face of the earth and they come back around once in a while. I don't know what happens there, but yeah, shout out to you, man. Will saying here, let's get the keeper confirmed first. Well, Wilf, brilliant place to start because this seems to me, I don't know how everyone else feels. This feels like it's done. Like by all accounts, from all of the reports that I've read today, I've had seen no problems with the medical. We've seen that his agent has flown in, well, to Germany. All the sides from the Brazilian press as well, very upset for Botafogo. I think that's what they're called. I may have got that wrong, may have butchered their name completely. They're angry that they're not getting any of the money, but they did accept a fee. Think of it like Football Manager. When you're in a bit of debt and you got some sell-on clauses and you'll just buy it back from a club just to top up your funds. They kind of accepted that, so they won't be getting any of it. It's all going to Leon. But apparently, to me, this is all done. This is all done, isn't it? Michelle saying here, time difference, KG, come on this time. I mean, I don't see you in the comments, Michelle. You used to be a regular. Listen, it happens. Don't feel bad about it. I don't have. Listen, I've got a core fan base that I'm very happy for. But yeah, I've got casual views to it. It's okay being a casual. I'm a casual fan of a lot of things too. It's all good, people. It's all good. Toby here becoming a new member. Thank you so much, Toby. And also thank you to Joan as well, who's become a member. I was going to do that at the end, but Toby, thank you for that, man. I really do appreciate the support. Con here saying here, this is about as annoying as the night Dan James. Oh God, was going to get signed and then Swansea backed out at the last minute. Oh, what a saga that was. What a saga that was. Yeah, that was painful, man. The difference with that one though, James literally had the shirt in his hand and everything. Like he was literally our player, but Swansea, that chairman, that wasn't even bothered anymore, just pulled the plug, man. Hey, listen, everything happens for a reason though, doesn't it, man? It's worked out well for Dan James in the end, and hopefully he'll be a good Premier League player for us this season. C Stone saying these late night streams are working great for me in the US. Yeah, listen, or whenever, man, morning, noon, night, and especially over the next week, because I'm gonna have some free time. Man. But yeah, so with that as well, and then when I saw this, people, from the official account, I thought, all right, okay, all right, Wilson, you've done your thing. So when is it? What, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Nothing. So I do think they'll announce it. Maybe they've been hearing about people saying that Leeds don't do any business over the weekend, and they'll announce it on the Saturday or Sunday. Maybe that will be the case. But I do think that this one is done. I do think this one is done. And I appreciate you, Colin, man. Thank you for that. But moving on to the other Brazilian that we're hoping to get, because we knew that from last night's stream that we had put in a new bid, and I was very confident from the source via this final transfer market page, and they've updated us since, and there's been a few subsequent updates as well. Final rejected that bid. It wasn't the 35 million euros that was reported, though. It was more like 30 million pounds altogether, or 30 million euros including add-ons, but the add-ons were more favorable than, say, Marseille's were. They rejected that, but the thing that's key in this is that Leeds United have put a new offer forward. Now you just think, don't you, with these offers that we're making, are we putting them in, and Marseille and not giving us a clue back, or are they just saying no? you're getting closer. Like what's going on here? Are they saying you're getting warmer? Like how are they replying back, or what are Leeds saying back in also order to say, is this any closer, man? I'd love to know what goes on in those like emails with the offers and everything. But you've got to figure, if we've put in another bid so soon, being aggressive, I think that this one is more likely to happen. Now, I got a few messages from people saying, I'm sick of this. Let's move on to somebody else. Guys, don't be so eager to quit. You know what I mean? That sometimes you got to stay in the race, man. And sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. And this is definitely worth the squeeze. I wholeheartedly disagree with pulling out of this race. You stay in it. This is your number one target, quite clearly as well. And by the way, if we hadn't made a second bid, I'm sure that it would have been, put out by the 49ers that we have not made a second bid. Maybe we'll find out if he does move to Marseille. The Roma interest as well. I'm not having that. I don't believe Roma are interested. They've literally just signed a right back for like 20 plus million. And I think one of their Italian sites said that their business is pretty much done. I don't think they'll have the finances for an Igor Paixão, even as much as Gasparini would want him. So I'm not even thinking about Roma. The only one that I do give the slight doubt to is Marseille, because we do kind of know with Igor Paixão that Marseille is probably his first choice. And if they do happen to scrape together the money in the end, he will more than likely go there, because we still haven't got to the personal terms in any of this. But the fact for me that we've made a second bid is very promising, and it also must be very encouraging. And if you go by Graham's notes as well, post as well, as per Sky, blah, 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 excess of 30 million euros. Like we said earlier in the week, this is Graham speaking here. His representatives were impressed by Leeds' presentation, and the Premier League is a big draw. And I do believe that as well. And again, I do think Rafinha will have something to do with it. I'd be very, very surprised if we hear from both Lucas Perri and if we do sign him, Igor Paixão, that Rafinha's got zero to do with it. I do think that he would have spoken to both. And it just tells you here, Graham Smith, who is, seems to get some stuff from the 49ers when they want him to have stuff. If it wasn't true, then I don't think you'd be putting that out at the end either. So his camp must be, impressed with something. But Leeds now, I feel like we do need to just get this sorted, show the player as well the intent that we really want him, and get the bid that Feyenoord are seemingly looking for. Because what's another thing as well? There's a few things here. Roma. No, we're discounting that. Van Persie. Just saying here earlier today, he was speaking about a few final players, but obviously we're interested in Paixão. Van Persie about Paixão. I don't know if anything else would happen. That depends on other clubs and the situation. I really want him to stay. He's basically just saying there, if the other clubs don't meet Feyenoord's demands, then he will stay, and that's fair enough from Van Persie. Lewis here saying here, £36 million is still a good price. Watch him be worth 45 next season. Absolutely, Lewis. Yeah, I mean, obviously Leeds have a figure that they have in mind, but sometimes, I don't feel we've overpaid for anybody so far. I mean, who are we to say overpaid? It's all about what the club deems, the player's worth. But I think if you're going to spend a little more than you're comfortable with, Igor Paixão would be that player for me. Jason here, no, Aronson, I think is staying, Jason. That's why I don't mention him. From his comments and from everything else you hear with Daniel Farker, I think he's going to be one of the options in that more advanced midfield area. But yeah, I would like to move him on, but I think he's going to stay. He's got a lot to prove. As he said, he's got a lot to prove. Yeah, exactly. Van Persie just saying, show me the money. It really is as simple as that at this point. And lastly, in regards to Paixão, Sebastian Vidal, signed off tonight with Marseille friends. No need to bombard me in the DMs. If Igor Paixão signs with you, I'd be thrilled, but I'm doing my job and giving you the info. Leeds is working hard behind the scenes on this deal and is doing everything to close it. That's the reality right now. Good night, Southern friends. So obviously, as you know, well, Leeds fans are no different, are we? If we want information, I've seen, how it is on X with the interactions. But yeah, obviously Marseille fans really want him and want an update, but listening to Sebastian there with Leeds working hard behind the scenes, man, just get it done then. Let's get it done over the weekend, man. Let's get Lucas in, which I think he's already here. Let's get Igor in, and then we can move on to the striker. Will it be Muniz? Will it be somebody else? I don't know. All I know is that Franjo Ivanovic is off to Benfica, so there you go. He's off the table. Uh, Mark here saying here, pay for him, overpay if we need him. We've been in the transfer window doing good business. Let's take a chance. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I feel like so far, I mean, the window did start off a bit slow for me. I feel like we didn't go for the marquee players first off. Maybe that was by design, but over the last week, it's been way more promising in terms of links and what we've signed. I think it's picked up a notch. So much so, people. I'm just going to say this now. I'm not really doing rival watch anymore. I only ever do that, and if you even go back to like championship videos, when we were clear at the top, I didn't care what the other teams were doing. But when we started to slip down and the points started to, the points gap got smaller, I'd be like, oh, who Sheffield United got this week? We may have to just have a look at that. Are they going to get 3 points? At this point in time, it's not that I'm not worried about Sunderland or anything else like that, or even what's going on with Burnley losing James Trafford, Steve staying, big whoop. I say that he might mark us out the game, but when you get in your own house in order, for me, you only then have to concentrate on Leeds United. But when things are going a little slow for you and you see other people catching up, that's when I do rival watch. So I probably won't be looking as much unless Sunderland do something absolutely amazing, which, to be fair, they've done all right, but they still need to strengthen out that defense and maybe striker too. Let's have a look. Mike, update for you. Sesko, it could be Newcastle bound. So you could be seeing him in the Premier League, but it won't be here. It will be in Newcastle. I said it on yesterday's stream, people, but in comparison to last summer's, Premier League transfer window, this summer has been absolute worldy in terms of what Liverpool have brought in. Sunderland are trying to bring in what we're doing so far and could be doing, if Paixão comes through. There's just a lot of good business being done this season in comparison to last. So hopefully it's more exciting. But Mike, you might get to see Sesko at Newcastle when Isak leaves. Johnny in the house, what's going on, man? I hope your girlfriend didn't mind this one. What you should do, Johnny, though, if you do get this notification this time, is tell her, yeah, it's my other girlfriend. See if she'd like put up with it, and then I'm just kidding. Don't take my advice on that one. KJ, I can't lie, the short vids are cool, but can't lie, miss the 30-40 minute plus ones too. Yeah, I know. I get a mix of that, and in all fairness as well, with the like 30-40 minute ones, the retention rate has gotten good, it's getting better and everything else like that. But I am finding that people are enjoying the short form even more. I'm still giving my opinion in the short ones. It's not just me reading news and then that's it. It's me giving my take on things. But I just feel like it just feels like people's lives are a bit more hectic now compared to like 3-4 years ago. I don't know, maybe it was just coming out of the shamdemic or whatever you want to call it, just whatever YouTube won't put me even further down the algorithm for. But yeah, I will mix it up whenever necessary. That's why I've come on here today. Kubo, Ash, that's a decent one. That's a decent one still. Ed, what's going on, Ed? You trying the free agent market? Isn't Leif Davis available? Ed, you know what? Before you make jokes, yeah, just concentrate on your Man United team. Have you heard what Amorim said today? You may have to suffer. He said that last season. How much more can you suffer? I mean, there is another way you could suffer as a Man United fan. I won't say anything, Ed, but Amorim might take you there if he carries on. You just sound so defeatist, Ed. It's really weird. For me, as someone that grew up in the successful Man United era, it's so weird for me to hear Man United and Man United fans talk the way they are now. I never thought I'd see the day. Never. I just wish that we were better so I could really rub it in. But yeah. Let's have a look. Goldie here. Let's have a look here. Also very promising that Underwood is the one pushing for the deal. Means we are signing for us and not Farker players. Yeah, great point, Goldie. It does seem on the few reports that Adam Underwood is the one that's pushing this. I still think Farker has got something to do with it. I don't think we're going to recruit without Farker's approval. But what it means anyway, I even think with the kind of players we've signed this year, this summer, a couple of them are definitely Farker players. I'm looking at Mecha, Bernal. They're definitely Farker type players, and he's been linked with them before. But I think even like the ones like Stack, if we do get Paixão, Longstaff, I think even if I want it to work out with Farker, let me just say that right off the bat. But let's say it doesn't work out. I think another coach can easily come in and implement a new system and make these pieces fit. They're not so. If you remember when we were trying to recruit for Jesse Marsh, when it was really like very narrow and everything else like that. I don't think it is that is that way now. I think the squad, it could be very flexible in what we want to do in different formations. But like I say, touch wood, first choice, let Farke get this job done, and hopefully, he does well in this. Julian saying, asking here, any word on outgoings? The only one I've seen Julian in lately, and I didn't think it was worth bringing up. But good luck to James DeBio, who's on his way out on a free transfer. So, he was on the say on the fringes of the first team, is being very generous, because we did have centre back, options that we needed to, employ, and he was never there, even though he was literally one of the four main centre backs we had. So, just good luck to him on his next adventure, and hopefully he gets first team football. I hear that he wants to go out to Belgium. I've said it before, that's a hotbed to get your talent up and get you stuck up, and it looks like he might be taking that route as well. So, kudos to him. Mark saying, I want you as a gaffer, I would run for a war. Yeah, man, let's go. Yeah, what was it here? John here saying, Farke said the midfield is sorted, so I'm not sure. Would love a buck. Are you saying Bucks to Bucks 8? I'm going to say Bucks to Bucks 8, because I don't think you need a bed and breakfast, do you? Maybe Louise could be possible. No, I don't think. No, Douglas Louise is not interested. If it's Douglas Louise you're on about, John, he already said earlier in the summer that he wasn't interested to move to Leeds, and that's where I ended the Douglas Louise talk. But yeah, no, there was like light news about Gus Harmer, but it had nothing to do with us. The news literally had nothing to do with this, which is why I'm not bringing it up in this stream either. When it's got more to do with Leeds United and when it's more credible, I will talk about it. But again, all these signings, I imagine a Gus Harmer in there. He's not 6'4", he's not, but the way that he plays, that little dynamic play with creativity that he's got, I would love him to be here as a midfield option, especially in that advanced area. Then you can get rid of Aronson, maybe. I don't know. Random here saying Roma won't have the cash to compete with this. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying, because obviously Gasperini, you guys know how much I rate him. If they did have the money and he was available to him, maybe he would go there too, staying on, in warmer climates. But I do still think I know a few people are giving up. I read the comments, I see the DMs on IG. I'm not giving up. I still think that this deal is very much possible, and especially with the way that people are talking, with Leeds moving behind the scenes. A bit of breakfast is a new position. Okay, what's it? Goldie here saying, think a backup keeper, one fullback on either side, Paixão Muniz, and a progressive 8/10 makes the window a 10 out of 10. Yeah, including some departures for me, Goldie. I don't want to see Jack Harrison here as an option. I don't. Just looking at him in the shirt doesn't look right to me. And I'm not, piling on him. This is my own opinion. It just doesn't look right, and he doesn't look comfortable anymore. He doesn't look like he did a few years ago, when he was becoming a part of the furniture on loan. I just feel like he needs to be gone, so he's not an option, and I don't see where he even fits in this squad. And Bamford as well. But obviously now this is on Bamford and his agent to find a new place, as Leeds United have made their intentions very clear. But yeah, this window would definitely be, for me, the highest rated that we've done so far. But we'll get to that when the transfer window shuts, of course. Yeah, people got trauma after Charles de Ketelaere. Yeah, I hear it, man. I hear it. How long does Harrison have on his contract? A long time. I swear he's got 3 years left. I'm sure he's got 3 years left. He must do. He went out on loan for 2, signed a 5-year deal, didn't he? In that February, we got relegated. I think he's got 3 years left, Scargill. So, but all we have to do is to break even or get into profit is accept a 3 million or up to £3 million bid. So it's not expensive. I think what's expensive though is the wages on his side. Now, unlike Bamford, where I've said the club can supplement the year left that he's got, very unlikely the club are going to supplement a 3-year, term of Jack Harrison's wages. So they're going to have to work something out in order to move him out if he is to leave. TR, I think are you on about Wanyeri, yeah, from Arsenal? Yeah, I don't think he's going to be available. I know they've signed, who they signed, man? Whoopi Goldberg, man. What's his name? Madueke, yeah, I know the signed Madueke, but I think he's going to actually be playing on the left unless they're still going for Rodrigo. So I don't even think he's backup for Saka. And plus, Arsenal spending 50 million on a backup is very odd. I don't think that's going to be the case. But I think Wanyeri's got a future at the football club, and I think he's just signed a new contract as well. Skip here saying, listen, I don't know how true this is, Skip, but you know me, put it out in the universe. Rumors circulating about interest from Bamford from Birmingham. If there's any team that could afford him, it's them. Seeing Wrexham as well, by the way, going in for Christian Eriksen. Don't know if they're going to sign him, but this is what I'm talking about in terms of the championship this season. So glad we went up because it's going to be way more competitive than it was last season. It's going to be an absolute dogfight in that promotion race. It jogged my memory, Ed. It jogged my memory. Help me out, man. What's the harm? What's the harm? What's it? Random guy saying here, Aronson has joined the squad in Germany now. He was on today's vid from training. Yeah. I don't really watch the training videos. I'll be real with you. I never had interest in those things. My thing is let the training translate to the pitch come game time. Yeah, I just don't watch training videos in general. But yeah, if you guys have any nuggets or anything, I'll flash them up, of course. What are we saying here? So have I got anything else in this? Lucas Perry. That's the latest on Paixão. So I've given you all the latest information. I'm sure business is closed now. We are coming up to 11 o'clock GMT. Yeah. John here saying I think Aronson gets sold. I don't think so, man. We'll see, John. I think it all depends if we recruit in that area again. I just don't see it though. I think he is going to stay here and fight for his place. I do. I think he is going to stay and fight for his place. I don't think he's a starter in this team. I don't see how he can be. And listen, even with I put this up. I did this earlier. I mean, this is what we currently have, right? And I'm putting Perri in there because I think he's here. Okay, unless I wake up tomorrow, oh, Perri has failed a medical. I don't think that's going to happen. But this is currently what I think is the strongest team going 4-4-3-3. Perri, Bogle, Roden, Biel, Goodmanson, Stack, Ampadu, Tanaka in that role. And at this point in time, without Paixão, James on the right, Nonto on the left, Peru up front. And again, that's only just going by the usage of the players and how Nonto's been in preseason. And at this point in time, without Paixão, if Paixão was here, I'd put Nonto on the right, Paixão on the left. That's just how I would do it at the moment. But I think that's our strongest team at this time. Maybe some of you put Longstaff in there. That's fine. But I don't see any strong team, including Brendan Aronson, at this point in time, people. Yeah. Only Leeds Bros here saying, I don't think we play with a 10 next season. No, me either. I think we're going to go with a hybrid 8/ creative 10. I think it's going to be that advanced midfielder that moves forward when necessary, but will get back quicker than, say, an outright 10. There was still really loose and lazy rumors about Buendia. I just don't see that. I don't see how Buendia fits in this kind of thing. Whereas a Harmer, you can see with what we've recruited so far, it's all physical, it's all battling, it's covering distance. Buendia isn't that in any form. He doesn't do any of that. If he's gonna create, he'll take set pieces, yes. But Harmer does that, and he does all the running too. So, and Harmer can even play off the left. It wasn't a complete success at Sheffield United when he did that, but he did it to effect in a lot of games for Sheffield United, just not against us. All right, but he was effective off the left, so you could even put him there if you want to, and play Tanaka in there at times. There's a lot of things you could do with a Gus Harmer. Buendia, it would be literally one-dimensional. Mark here saying Largely is a gem. He's a player. Yeah, listen. Yeah, he's come back hungry as well, man. He's come back hungry and ready to prove a point. And I've already been through it before. I love what he said about learning from last season and making himself better this season. That's what you want from a player. You can it can go two ways. It can be that now I'm not hearing what he's had to say, or I'm going to learn from that and come back stronger. And that's what Largy's done, man. So salute to him. Keith is saying Buendia is last resort as a sub winger at the moment. Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, we are in the strongest position now. When we was in the championship, we'd be basically begging Buendia to come, and then we could see how fit he is now and everything. But us now, especially with the recruitment we've done, especially over the last week, I think we're in the strongest position because he comes in for me. Again, I don't put him in the starting 11, Buendia. I've seen him play, people. I've seen him play recently for Villa and Leverkusen, and he's not the same player as he was before. He just isn't. And it could be the injuries, it could be the lack of match fitness overall, but he does not look the same player anymore. This isn't like 2020, 2021 Buendia. It's now 2025 Buendia after a really horrible injury. So we'll see what happens there, man. And Julian here, as we come to a close on the video, because we are getting late, people. I'm sure you guys have got things to do too. Yes. Julian here saying, be interested in who we target for loans. Yeah. And I think we're gonna like flesh out the squad, Julian, with loans. I think it's going to be ones where they're not going to be outright starters. I think there'll be more squad players, maybe a backup fullback on either side as a loan. I don't know, man. Yeah, loans. Maybe even a lone goalkeeper as well, Julian, just to be back up to Lucas Perry if they don't keep Carl Darlow as number 2. I think maybe they prefer Carl Darlow to be number 3. But I think they'll be more than happy with him being number 2. But as long as Lucas Perry plays all of the games, I'm cool with that. Is there restrictions on loans? Yep, 2 from a Premier League team. 2 from the Premier League, I should say, Jason. But overall, it's very different from the Championship. I can't remember, but I don't think we'd be loaning that many players anyway. Lars with the super chat here. Thank you, Lars, for this, man. Big up to you. God, I miss the times with Batty and Decourt and Martin in the starting lineup. Your war making me feel older. Well, listen, man, it's about who's going to be the next Nigel Martin. Maybe that will be Lucas Perry, Lars. But yeah, I hear you, man. Listen, watch Premier League years, reminisce about the good times, man, and hopefully they'll be coming back again. But shout out to you and thank you for the super chat. Lewis here saying Byram having to defend Salah is giving me chills. Backups in, please. Absolutely, Lewis. Yeah, for me, I know we're doing a lot of good stuff on the outfield, but I do feel it would be negligent to miss out on an actual left back backup. They are so inexpensive. That's the thing for me. If we're not talking about a striker here where they cost, an arm and a leg, we're talking about fullbacks here. I mean, Tagliafico is still free at this moment in time. Yeah, his wages will be something, but imagine Tagliafico and Goodmanson as your left back options. Alex Moreno will be cheap as chips from Aston Villa in terms of a transfer fee. There's things out there you can do to shore up that and make sure you don't go into this. Imagine we get a notification, Goodmanson out for 3 weeks with a calf injury, and then we look at the fixtures and go, uh-oh. We'd be all looking at the game going, oh, God, they're going to attack that side. They're going to attack that side. And that's what you want to avoid. So I do hope once, like one report said, once we get the key players in, they will flesh out the squad. And I do hope fullbacks will be that as well. And Byron will be the 5th option. Matt C, where's Che Adams these days? Tremendous. Matt here saying, I think they see Schmidt as a left back option. I don't think so, Matt. You could be right, but I still think with what Schmidt's agent said in the summer that he'll be looking for pastures new, especially in the World Cup year. I don't think it went. See, unlike the Ramazani thing, and it's not about him, just giving up. It's about him wanting first team football, and he signed to play in a particular position. Didn't get that, had to revert to another position completely. And I don't think he was completely happy with that. The only time he did fall into favor is when Ramazani was in the doghouse, and then he started to become the first sub option, didn't he? So I still think from the last update that I heard anyway, from the agent side, when he come out and spoke, that Schmidt probably sees his future elsewhere. But maybe you're right, Matt. We will see, man. We will see. Mark here saying, KG, if we get Paixão, you have to do a crazy WWE entrance. Like who, man? Like who? We've got to keep it PG, right? Should we do one from a PG era? I don't know, like a LA Night one, a Yeet Fest. I don't know. What should we do? Alistair Black. I do like that Alistair Black style. One of my favorite themes at this moment in time. Michelle with the super chat. Thank you, Michelle. I've missed your input, KG. Chuffed to catch a live. Can't wait for the season. Me too, Michelle. And thank you for coming back. All right. Thank you for coming back. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the season way more than I was 2 weeks ago when I thought, this could be a sticky one. I really do feel like with the signings we're making, we'll make a real fist of it. It's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to fight for absolutely everything. But I'm looking forward to this journey, man. Really, really looking forward to it. Triple H, but with the super malt. Do you know how messy that would be, Lewis? But I hear it, man. I hear it. Tremendous. Godfathers all aboard the whole train. Yeah. Hey, listen, as a kid, that was one hell of an entrance. That's all I'm saying. One hell of an entrance. Gangrels, another one. Classic. There's so many, isn't there? There's so many. Hey, get ready to fly. I saw him, TNA bring that one back the other week. Memories, man. Memories. I actually met AJ Styles during that period, man. Brilliant guy, brilliant guy. But yeah, now we're veering into wrestling talk, people. Now we're veering into wrestling talk. Maybe one day we'll do a watch along on here if anyone's awake, and we'll do a watch along for a PLE as they call them now. But yeah, people, that is the news, man. I don't think there's anything else. Listen, big up to everyone that's joined on this TNA. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Listen, thank you for joining me on this basically impromptu update on Paixão. I guess we'll welcome Lucas Perri tomorrow. I would suggest. I think that will probably be done tomorrow or announced tomorrow. But guys, yeah, maybe one day, Ed, man. I'm not ruling it out because I wouldn't mind talking wrestling. I'll make sure that I'll put it in the title that this is wrestling chat only. Maybe one day I will do that. But listen, people, like the video before you go. It really helps out the channel immensely. Free to do as well, and it helps out me as a creator. So, guys, see you in the next one. Peace out.